I want to start off, because I know all of you are here seeking comment for the Casey Anthony case, but I wanted to, I guess, be a little selfish and see if I could promote an event, a toy drive that we're doing for children whose parents are incarcerated. I'm going to give you all a flyer afterwards and ask if you could possibly promote that with your station. We want to try and get as many toys as we possibly can for them. Moving on to the other matters. First off, we caught wind, or it was conveyed to me that I guess the media became aware of the fact that we had subpoenaed potential video coverage of Kaylee, and yes, we filed that subpoena. It also came to our attention that a tabloid report was issued that we were prompted to file this on Tuesday, when in fact we actually filed it on Monday afternoon. I was contacted by Miss Cindy Anthony over the weekend. I would have filed it on Sunday, but of course courts aren't open on Sunday. Monday it was done by an attorney in my office. If anyone wants to see verification of that, Mr. Gabriel Adam, who's standing behind me, will be able to verify that for everyone here. The other issue that we were going to address as well was specifically the issue with the tips. And we've received lots of calls on that, and I just wanted to clarify something and point something out to all of you. And that was of the tips that are at the sheriff's office. Some of you may or may not recall, this was the topic of the heated debate in the courtroom when we were before Judge Strickland the last time. I was given by the sheriff's office tips which the first batch included nothing but psychic tips, and then following that we were given investigative suggestions. This did not comply with our request, which was what our motion stated, specifically sightings of Kaylee Marie Anthony, not suggestions to law enforcement. So what ended up happening was the debate in the courtroom. You all saw it. I don't need to go into it any further. But what was reported was just the heated debate and not the topic of which it is, but yet people seem to misreport that for some reason we're allowing tips to stay there. And I want to make something clear for everyone, and that is the only reason I'm here responding is because there's an insinuation that we don't seem to care about the search for Kaylee, and nothing could be further from the truth. We have been pressing since day one for these tips, and it has been, call it what you like, the bureaucracy, the timing, just the way it has been laid out to us is why we haven't been able to get our hands on these things. These tips, what they were planning on turning over to us was not what we requested, and we have since been in communication with the Orange County Legal Department, and we're working that out. They've asked us to send them the tips that we felt were non-conforming, and we've done that, and we're in the process of working it out. But unfortunately, there's a process that has to go through, and we've been diligently pursuing it from day one. So for any reports to be out there that we're just letting discs sit there for a month, I'm not interested in psychic sightings. I'm not interested in law enforcement suggestions. I'm interested in tips relating to the sightings of Kaylee Marie Anthony and nothing more. So for there to be any dispute over that, I think you all should look at the court record and look at what happened in court and why we were debating it, and that is the reason. And for anyone to report otherwise, it's just bad reporting, in my opinion. Forgive me for that, but it's just my personal opinion. Now, I'll take a couple of questions, but I really have to get back to work and will not take that many.
So what is it that you say the sheriff's office has down there that they say you haven't picked up?
Investigative suggestions. What happened was, in court, we finally came to the agreement, and the judge allowed us to go there and inspect the tips and then photocopy the ones we want. Unfortunately, the sheriff's office will not allow us to do that until we clarify or clear up the issue of the tips that are already there. And that's what we're in the process of working out.
The sheriff's office says those are all the tips, so those are the tips we don't have. So I guess I'm still confused on why you just don't go pick them up, because those are the tips we don't have.
Well, the sheriff's office, first of all, they're not here to make that statement, and they haven't made that statement to me, so I can't confirm that. I can't confirm whether they've told you that or not. I will say this. We're getting what we did not ask for, and we're trying to clarify it, and the judge has allowed us to go there and inspect it, and we're in the process of clearing that up. Unfortunately, for whatever reasons they may be, we're getting them laid out in this way. Why is the first batch of tips psychics? If I think that's nonsense, and it's something we're not gonna put up with.
If you guys believe, and the Anthony's believe that Candy is a lie, I mean, $1,000 of people's life is at stake, and you can get these tips with something.
It's not about the money, and I think you guys are all getting it wrong. It's about getting the actual tips. And I think that's what you guys need to concentrate on. We were given something that is not what we asked for. We're asking for specific tips relating to sightings, not psychics and not investigative suggestions. It's that clear. That's what was debated in the courtroom. That's what was allowed, and we were told, work it out amongst yourselves, and that's what we're doing. I want to be clear about something. The Orange County Legal Department has been very open with us, and we're making ground, and this should be resolved immediately. But to make statements that it's over $1,000, it's foolish, it's inaccurate, and I think if you're going to report it, it should be done accurately.
When do you anticipate it working it out or being done or getting it?
Immediately this week.
This week?
Yes.
What about the video and the court law?
Well, the way it works is, in the state of Florida, I just can't subpoena it without permission from the judge. So I filed my motion. As soon as the judge has time to hear the motion, he will then, at that point, either grant it or deny it, and then I can issue the subpoena. Unfortunately, I would love to issue the subpoena right away, but the rules of procedure don't allow me to.
What should we expect tomorrow?
You're going to have to show up tomorrow to see.
Are you going to ask for a change of venue, or are you going to ask for a delay?
I will make all my announcements to the court and not to the media. Unfortunately, I realize that's frustrating for a lot of people, but I think it's the best way and the professional way of doing things.
Tell us about the research that you guys are doing about a possible change of venue, about other areas that maybe we could get a go-to trial in.
We've done extensive research, which is why the motion hasn't been filed yet.